My friends, if you've crossed the golden milestone of 60, you know your body isn't quite the same as it was decades ago. Your mornings may be gentler, your joints a little stiffer, and, if you're like many, a stubborn little friend around the waist may have decided to stay. But here's the truth, that belly fat isn't just about appearance, it's about health, energy, and how you feel moving through life. Dr. William Li, a pioneer in nutritional science, often says, food is medicine. And that medicine can be as simple as what's in your morning cup. You see, after 60, our metabolism slows, muscle mass declines, and our body becomes more sensitive to insulin. This makes it easier to store fat, especially around the belly. But certain natural drinks can flip that switch. Imagine this. Before you've taken your morning walk, before you've even checked the news, you sip on a warm cup of green tea with a slice of lemon. Inside that cup are powerful polyphenols, natural plant chemicals, that signal your body to burn fat rather than store it. They improve blood vessel health, stabilize blood sugar, and even awaken dormant fat-burning cells. Let us begin by considering a simple truth. The body you live in today is the result of countless small decisions you have made over the years. Some were conscious, some unconscious. After 60, we begin to feel the weight of those decisions more clearly. The joints speak louder, the breath feels shorter on a steep incline, and the waistline tells stories of meals and habits from decades past. But in the same way that the past shaped your present, the present can shape your future. Metabolism is often thought of as a young person's advantage, something that inevitably fades with age. But it is not a fixed fate carved in stone. The body, even in its later years, retains an extraordinary ability to adapt and respond. Imagine an old tree in a quiet courtyard. Its branches may have slowed their growth, but given the right sunlight and water, new leaves still emerge. So it is with the metabolism. It may not be as quick to ignite as it once was, but it can be rekindled, like coals that still glow beneath the ash. A woman once came to me after a health talk and said, "I think my metabolism is broken." She had stopped exercising. Her appetite remained unchanged, and her belly seemed to grow regardless of what she ate. I asked her what her mornings looked like. She smiled and said, "Coffee, toast, then sitting down for the day." It was then I told her, the way you begin the day is not just a ritual. It is a signal to your body. If your first message to your metabolism is one of stillness and heaviness, it will listen. If your first message is one of movement and nourishment, it will listen to that instead. After 60, the body's machinery becomes more efficient at storing energy than burning it. It is a survival instinct from another time. When food was scarce, the body learned to hold on to every bit of fuel. But in today's world, that instinct can become our challenge. The key lies in learning how to give the body signals that awaken rather than suppress its fat-burning engines. Warm water with lemon, a short morning stretch, a slow walk before breakfast. These are not just healthy habits. They are reminders to your body that the day has begun, that it is time to use energy rather than store it. There is a saying, a single spark can start a great fire. Your metabolism is no different. One healthy choice at the beginning of the day can influence the choices that follow. A nourishing drink in the morning can improve digestion and regulate blood sugar and encourage the body to tap into stored fat for fuel. Over time, this gentle awakening has a cumulative effect. It is not the loud, dramatic change of a crash diet, but the quiet, consistent transformation that builds strength over months and years. Now let us look deeper at the second key point, the morning habit. Many underestimate the power of what they do in the first hour after waking. That window is like the foundation stone of a building. If it is laid well, the structure above stands steady. If it is weak, cracks will appear. The first thing you put into your body is not just food or drink, it is instruction. Your digestive system, your hormones, your energy levels. All receive that first instruction and adjust themselves accordingly. Think of 2 mornings. In the first, you wake late, rush for a cup of sugary tea and a fried snack, then sit down for hours. In the second, you wake calmly, sip warm water, move your body gently, and then have a light drink rich in antioxidants. These 2 paths may feel small in difference on a single day, but repeated over months, they lead to entirely different destinations. One path strengthens the body's ability to burn fat and maintain stable energy. The other teaches it to store fat and experience sluggishness. There was an elderly gentleman I once met at a retreat. He was 72 and walked with the ease of a man decades younger. Curious, I asked him what his secret was. He said, "I don't start my mornings with the news, or with bread, or with coffee. I start with silence, water, and a walk in the garden. Only then do I eat." He explained that this was not just about health. It was about setting the tone for the day. By beginning with calm movement and simple nourishment, he kept his body light and his mind steady. Our modern lives often rush us into the day before the body is ready. We wake and immediately feed the mind with messages, screens, and noise, while the body waits for attention. But the body, like a loyal companion, responds when you give it the first care of the day. A warm herbal tea, rich in natural compounds, can signal the body to cleanse, to circulate, to prepare for activity. This is not about a magic drink or a single superfood. It is about alignment. Aligning the first moments of your day with the way you want your body to feel for the rest of it. A proverb says, "When the roots are deep, there is no reason to fear the wind." Your morning habit is one of those roots. It anchors your health in the small, steady choices that no storm can shake. If you nourish the body before the day's demands begin, you build resilience. If you leave it neglected, the smallest challenge can disturb its balance. Over time, as you repeat a mindful morning practice, your body learns. Hormones become more balanced, digestion improves, and fat storage becomes less aggressive. The metabolism, once sluggish, begins to hum with quiet efficiency. You may notice your belly becoming less stubborn, your energy more steady, your mind clearer. These are not sudden miracles. They are the natural result of consistency. It is tempting to think that change must be large to be meaningful. But the body values rhythm more than drama. Give it the same kind of care every morning, and it will repay you. Drink something that supports your metabolism, rather than slows it. Move enough to remind your muscles they are still needed. Avoid flooding your system with sugar or heavy oils when it is just waking up. These are not restrictions. They are acts of kindness to the body you will live in for the rest of your life. And perhaps the most important reminder is this: do not underestimate the present moment. Age may have added weight to your steps, but it has also given you wisdom. You now know that the smallest rituals often shape the largest outcomes. You know that rushing rarely serves you well. You know that health is not given. It is cultivated. So let the first hour of your day be your garden, and plant only what you want to grow. There is a quiet wisdom in nature that we can learn from if we pay attention. Consider the way certain plants thrive year after year without demanding much from their environment. They simply take in the right amount of light, water, and nutrients at the right time. They do not chase extremes, and yet they grow strong. The human body, especially after 60, responds best to the same principle, not through sudden, drastic changes, but through steady, nourishing care. One of the most powerful tools for that care is found in the natural world: polyphenols. These are plant compounds, invisible to the eye but deeply felt by the body. They are like quiet guardians that move through your system, reducing inflammation, improving circulation, and helping the body decide to burn fat instead of store it. They are not new, not modern inventions. They have been part of plants since long before humans understood their value. Green tea, berries, cocoa, olives, they all carry these small warriors. An old friend of mine, a retired teacher, once told me the story of how she transformed her health without giving up the foods she loved. She did not try to follow every diet she read about. Instead, she added small daily portions of polyphenol, rich foods to her meals. A handful of blueberries in the morning, a cup of tea after lunch, a piece of dark chocolate in the evening. She said, "I made peace with food. I stopped punishing myself, and I started giving my body things that it could use to heal." Within months, her energy improved, her skin brightened, and her weight began to shift naturally. Polyphenols work quietly, not like the sharp energy of sugar, but with the slow strength of a tree's growth. For seniors, this is an advantage. Your body may no longer respond well to aggressive measures, but it will welcome the gentle, daily support of these compounds. They not only help reduce belly fat by influencing how fat cells behave, they also protect your blood vessels, which is crucial for heart and brain health. And when your circulation improves, every cell in your body feels the benefit. There is an old saying, "A river cuts through rock not because of its power, but because of its persistence." This is the truth behind polyphenols. They do not break down fat overnight, but they persist in supporting the body's systems until change becomes visible. If you make them part of your morning drink, you give your body this advantage daily, before any other food or distraction enters the system. This leads us to the next truth. Small daily changes are more powerful than grand but short-lived efforts. Many people, upon realizing they have gained weight or lost stamina, feel the urge to overhaul everything at once. Strict diets, heavy exercise, cutting out entire food groups. But the body, especially after 60, responds poorly to sudden shocks. It prefers rhythm over chaos, stability over extremes. I recall a man in his late 60s who came to a wellness program determined to lose weight quickly. On the first day, he declared he would give up all sugar, all bread, all meat, and start running every morning. By the end of the week, his body ached, his energy dropped, and his mood soared. He left the program discouraged, thinking change was impossible. A year later, I met him again, and he looked lighter and happier. This time, he told me he had simply replaced his heavy breakfast with a lighter, nutrient-rich drink, started walking 20 minutes every day, and reduced his portions by a small amount. The changes were modest, but he never stopped. That was the difference. Consistency is a form of respect for your own body. When you give it steady care, you allow it to adjust, adapt, and trust the process. Large, sudden changes often feel like punishment. Small changes feel like guidance. A morning drink that supports your metabolism, taken every day for months, can create a shift far greater than a strict diet, followed for only a few weeks. It is much like tending a bonsai tree. If you try to force it into shape with one aggressive cut, you harm it. But if you shape it gently over time, with small, careful adjustments, it grows into the form you envisioned. Your body is no different. You cannot rush it without causing strain. You can only guide it patiently. The morning is the perfect time for this kind of gentle guidance. If your first act each day is to provide the body with hydration, nutrients, and natural compounds that awaken fat burning, you set a pattern. The rest of the day often follows that pattern without effort. It becomes easier to make healthier choices because you have already begun with intention. Some may ask, but can something so small really make a difference? The answer lies not in the size of the change, but in the weight of its repetition. Imagine placing a single drop of water on a stone each day. For weeks, the stone looks unchanged. For months, still the same. But after years, you find a small hollow where the drops have fallen. This is the nature of steady action. Its power is invisible at first, but undeniable in time. The beauty of this approach is that it works with you, not against you. After 60, the body has seen many seasons. It no longer responds well to being pushed or punished. It thrives when it is guided with wisdom. The combination of polyphenol, rich nourishment, and small, consistent habits is exactly that, wise guidance. The mind also benefits from this approach. When you are not locked in a constant struggle with extreme diets or punishing workouts, you feel freer, calmer. This reduces stress, which in turn lowers cortisol, a hormone that contributes to belly fat. In this way, the habit of a simple morning drink becomes more than just a physical tool. It becomes a mental anchor, a reminder that health is built in moments, not marathons. An elder once told me, "I don't measure my life in years anymore. I measure it in mornings well spent." There is truth in that. Each morning is a chance to plant a seed, and the seeds you plant most often will grow the tallest. If the first seed you plant each day is one of nourishment, your body will grow towards health without needing to be forced. In the end, the great transformations are rarely the result of a single grand gesture. They are the sum of countless quiet moments when you chose the path of care over the path of neglect. A warm drink rich in polyphenols, a short walk, a deep breath in the morning. These may seem small, but they are the strokes of the brush that paint the picture of your well-being. The more often you make these strokes, the clearer and more beautiful the picture becomes. Here's the beauty at this stage in life. You don't need punishing workouts or extreme diets. You need small, powerful habits that compound over time, and your morning drink can be one of them. So tomorrow, when the sun peaks over the horizon, greet it with a drink that loves you back. Because every morning is a chance to teach your body to be lighter, healthier, and freer, no matter your age.